Good morning, guys. It is a bright and early, pretty much 7:30.
We have Tesla Model X, 2017, has never really been detailed in its previous life. It is in for a slew of services. As you can see, very, very dirty. Lots of bug etchings, lots of water spotting going on. Just an overall unkept car, but hopefully after these next few days that will change. As you can see by the numbers, this car was actually at the drag strip last night, doing the 8th mile over here, just outside of Fort Myers at Immokalee Raceway. So this vehicle is in for full front end STEK paint protection film. It is also in for full vehicle polishing. Hopefully at one stage we'll do it with minor compounding where needed. And then it is in for CQuartz professional service. To drag this on for too much longer, I'm gonna get the Kranzel all set up, get my buckets ready, and we'll get this thing outside and start the prep wash. So here behind me is the temporary Kranzel setup. Please excuse the fact that I have not mounted the Kranzel up on the wall. I just have not had time. So right now it sits atop a lonely 5-gallon bucket. Hopefully sometime I'll have chance to put it up on the stainless shelf, but for now that's where it sits. DI tank, Cox hose reel. We have our buckets filled and ready. Using our preferred Decon Shine Supply Hot Shot soap. And as to not scratch the finish during the Decon wash, we are using the Klin Softy Series wash pad. So, as it sits, the vehicle has been washed and dried. Knowing that this vehicle just went to the drag strip, there is a lot of water deposits on the lower surfaces. The front bumper also still has a lot of bug guts left on it. I assume those have been on there for a very long time now. Also, we're going to do an iron wax treatment to remove any wear particles and metallic fallout that may be on the vehicle from either delivery, if it hasn't had this treatment yet, or over the last 2 years it's been on. This product will turn purple or red once it meets these sort of particles and dissolves them. On this car, it's particularly hard to see just because of the color, but you can begin to see light remnants of metallic particles being dissolved. We are going to be doing mechanical decontamination with NanoSkin clay pad and Optimum No Rinse as our lubricant. The mechanical decontamination with the NanoSkin pad has been completed. Now moving on to drying the vehicle. What I'm using for drying the vehicle is the Klin Korea Drying Duo size medium. This is a twist loop drying towel that is double sewn, and it's also double sided. Many of these sort of twist loop towels are single sided. The double sided ones work much better than the single sided ones. This towel is super small and it will dry this vehicle no problem, and this is a very large vehicle for this size towel. So, as you can see, full vehicle is dried, and the Klin towel is not even phased by the amount of water that was on the size of a Model X. So, these towels are truly incredible. We have some, if you are our customer, we have some here in our store for purchase. If not, there'll be links down below to where you can purchase them. The full vehicle has been clayed, decontaminated, and dried. It's now moving on to the inspection stage using scan grip pen. We can now check the paint for defects. Driver's side of the bumper has definitely seen some damage and will be needing some paint work. See what we can do to mitigate this before the paint protection film is applied. As you can see, lots of bug etchings still present. This is generally what happens when a car is left for months and months on end. Deep scratches, water spots, sanding mark present here on the driver door with some rotary trails left behind. Looks like something here has been rubbed, scrubbed, or hit against the panel. This will definitely require some work. Long, deep scratch here. Sanding mark and what looks to be very close to being a burnt edge here. This is something we will have to definitely keep cautious of when we're polishing this area, as to not reduce the clear coat so much that we aren't left with any, or left with so little that it will fail. Back bumper, the same, rotary swirls, sanding marks present. Back here, back of the rear quarter panel, deep scratch here, accompanied by some rotary swirls that look to be trying to remove a sanding mark. And continues on. More rotary swirls here. Front side of the rear quarter panel. Etching here. This is most likely going to need some sanding. Do a couple text sections, see what we get. Completed our testing and we found a combination that we're satisfied with. A little bit finicky paint, quite soft, leave some haze behind fairly easily, so the combination has to be light. With the right technique you can get a good amount of correction. What we're seeing here I'd classify as closer to the 80 to 85% range. Everything is where I'm happy with. However, we do have, unfortunately, one deep scratch that after multiple cutting stages cannot be removed. It's simply just too deep for compounding or sanding to remove that. Unfortunately, it would need a trip to the body shop to repair. So
Music off. A little bit of Pink Floyd playing. Cutting stages on the Model X are complete. It's come out well. It's in the 85 to 90% correction rate. It's just awaiting refinement stages now. The paint's left with a little bit of haze. You see a milky appearance if you look at it in direct lighting. I will overlay some clips here showing what I'm talking about. You're not getting the best refraction of light after a cutting stage, so refinement is definitely needed to bring out the most gloss and clarity in the paintwork. So it's getting about time now for me to get out of here, so refinement will continue tomorrow morning. See you then. Polishing and paint correction is complete on the Model X. We elected to do a two-stage paint correction on this car. It was originally booked for just a machine polish, a single-stage minor correction. But due to the amount of harsher defects and deeper defects that we found, we elected to go with a two-stage just to make sure that it was good to go and there was no leftover minor defects that would compromise the quality of the job. And you know, we're doing a CQuartz professional service on this car, so it deserves this level of correction. It is now waiting to go outside for a rinse, foam and rinse, to remove all of the loose dust and polish residue that has collected over the last 2 days of polishing. Then it comes back inside for the protection. So we're going to start with thorough prep of the front end to prep for STEK paint protection film. And then after that, we're going to go on to the CQuartz professional coating service. So here we have William from K9 Motorworks, our next door shop neighbor, came over to remove the side cameras on the Tesla Model X. Removing the side cameras so we can get a full 100% custom bulk installation. Here's the one he's already removed. Then we're able to clean under there, make sure no dirt drips out of there into the film if you were to do a pre-cut, and you can also run it right up to this edge so that when the camera goes back on, you won't see a line, you won't know that the film is there, and that's just how we like to do it. So the STEK paint protection film on the full front end and mirrors is complete on the Model X. I will overlay some finished clips and close-ups of the edges right now. So now we're moving on to final cleanup, getting any polish residue or old wax residue that's in the cracks, doing a full prep eraser wipe down to remove any of the polish residue that is still on the surface, oils, anything that will hinder the CQuartz Professional ceramic coating from bonding to the surface. So here we have CQuartz Professional that will be going onto the car with all warranty information. It does come with a 2-year warranty. So this car will see lots of easy washing and insane gloss and hydrophobics for many, many years to come, as long as the owner is willing to take care of it. Time for the CQuartz Professional application. I've done 2 full eraser wipe downs to remove any polish oils, residue that will prevent the coating from bonding. So the paint is 100% naked and is ready to accept any coating that I put on. I prefer to use microfiber applicators. These ones, I buy them in bulk. I feel like I can get a better control of the product on here, and it applies a little bit more evenly for me. So I have large packs of them. I buy them in bulk, and I just think they work better. They're a little bit more expensive than using the stuff that comes with it, but I think it's a good return on investment. I also take the little dropper that's out of most of these bottles, and I use my own droplet. It's just easier to get the product out, and I can get a little bit more out than versus, sort of playing with this and trying to shake it out. Then I've got gloves to prevent oils from my hands getting in the coating, and then I've got 2 separate towels. These are 365 GSM, the same towel, 2 different colors. Cheaper towels, since these are going to be thrown away, but towels that are good enough that don't scratch or mar a soft black finish. So I prefer the 365 GSM sort of low nap towel for coating removal. I think it works the best. With CQuartz Professional applied, I can usually do 1 panel at a time and then remove in this climate. The telltale sign that CQuartz Professional has bonded and is ready to remove is the separation that you'll start seeing in the application lines. Once you start to see that, you know that CQuartz Professional is ready to remove. The thing I love about CQuartz Professional is once it's applied, it's really, really slick to the touch. Once I've done 2 wipe downs on the whole panel, I go back with a scan grip pen light and just make sure there's no ghosting or smearing or hazing going on that I need to address. And I move on to the next.